Hello, fellow arcade enthusiasts, and welcome back. Today I have on the bench a CinemaTronics monitor chassis. And this one has the, oh boy, fire? Does that mean it caught on fire? I don't think it caught on fire. No. I mean, it looks fine. But we have here a CinemaTronics monitor that does have the, it has the high voltage integrated. So yeah, I'm going to have to remove this cage so that I can see in there. This is the first time I've ever actually seen one of these with this on it, like this. So we'll flip this thing over. I would like to clean this up before I get into it, because I don't like working on dirty stuff. So maybe that would be the first order of business, is to clean this thing up. And then I do have the heat sinked transistors that plug into both of these. I do have those, so we can test those. That's burned up, so there was obviously, both of these resistors are fried, right here and here. So obviously this thing had some shorted transistors. This, I believe, is the X side of things, and this is the Y side, I believe. That might be backwards. Regardless, that doesn't matter. We'll figure it out. So we have our two DACs are soldered into this board. The analog switch chip is right here. So what we'll do is, I think what I can do first and foremost is remove this cage, which looks like it is just these screws. So let's go ahead and grab this screwdriver and undo these. Yeah. Let's try to anyway. Okay, and then I'm going to have to grab underneath here, hold the nut. We want to be able to see underneath this cage. Okay. And let's flip that guy around. Okay. Okay. Almost. All right. Okay. And there's one more. Right. Now we can just set this thing aside. Okay. And we do have a regulator, transistor, something in here. There's our high voltage unit. Looks good. This is probably a transformer of sorts. I don't know. Caps. We got some caps in there. This is a that is a tip 41. It's just a, sorry about that. It's just a power transistor. Tip 41. We got a coil here, a couple big caps, some electrolytics that will have to be replaced, voltage regulators to be replaced. We'll test out these. Oh, these tantalum caps should probably just be replaced. Grimy. Greasy and grimy and dirty. What I will do, and this thing has had a little solder work done to it. This just to kind of prop that up a little bit. Right. And don't have very good lighting. I'm going to just kind of probe around on this and look for some shorts. I have my meter set to diode mode. And I'm going to put my red probe to ground. Let's find the ground. This is probably ground, I would say. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is ground. I'm just going to probe around on these transistors. This is going to be, really need a schematic for this, but you don't want to see any ground unless these are tied to ground. Okay, transistors. Okay, and then, you know, good. Good. Here's another one. Right. This has got to be ground, right? Yeah. This is a pretty nice looking, really not a bad looking chassis. It's not all burned up and stuff. And I'm not seeing any of these shorting to ground. Okay. And these are pretty tough to, well, that is grounded. These are NPN and NPN maybe, and then the rest of them I think are PNP. This is probably, I would say this is the emitter. Oh, that's PNP. Okay, that one's PNP. PNP. That's NPN. Okay. NPN. PNP. Okay, there's NPN. This one might be open right here. That one might be open. If that is in fact an NPN, because we have NPN here and we have 2 voltage drops. And I'm not 100% sure. I'm just going off of memory, and I think these are the NPN, a couple of the NPN transistors. And this would be the emitter because it looks like it's common. So this should have 2 volts, should have 2 drops here. Should be one here, and there's not one here. So that tells me this might be open. So this transistor might not be any good right there. These are going to be PNP. Now this one's only got 1 drop too. This one's bad as well. So it's looking like, let me flip this over and take a look here. It looks like this one's bad, and possibly this one. And this one here I know is an NPN. I think this is PNP, this is PNP. I think it's PNP, PNP, NPN is what I think it is. And these two I believe are NPNs, but these are not driver transistors. These are not driving the deflection transistors. It's these 3 guys. The ones with the heat sinks. So I am believing that these 2 are no good. Because just from memory, I believe this is NPN, PNP, PNP. So I think I'm going to remove these 2 guys out of circuit and test them out of circuit. So I'll heat up the gun and I'll be back. Just doing a little inspection on this thing. You see this guy? You see that guy right there? That's a tantalum capacitor that exploded. And that, ooh, geez, ooh, that's a spider egg sac thing. I think. But that's a negative. What is that? Can we see that? Can we read that? No, I don't know. That guy right there, though. 70. I can't read it. I can't see it. $79.18. Yes, $79.18. So it's a boy. Do I have those? I don't have 18-volt regulators. Dang it. Well, that's something I'm going to have to buy is 18-volt regulators. So I know there's 15 and negative 15 maybe, and then there's 18. This one's a positive 18 and a negative 18. I have to replace those. So I'm going to have to buy some of those and put this on hold for a little bit. I have no choice. So I'll do that. I'm gonna replace all of these stupid tantalum caps because they just like to explode. So I'm gonna replace every one of those. And yeah, so and yeah, so I'll order some parts. So we'll go ahead and put this one on hold for a little bit, and I'll move on to something else for now, and we will revisit. So it'll be a nice, easy little instant switch for you guys, but it's going to be however long it takes to order these parts and get them in. I'll be back. Alright, I have gotten back to the CinemaTronics monitor, but I wanted to show this really quick. I bought these tables so that I could straighten out my large comic book collection. Just under 3,000 comic books. Pretty cool. I'm going to alphabetize all of them. Put them all back in the boxes they came out of, but organized with comic dividers and everything. So yeah. Getting back to this guy, I got my parts order in. All I was waiting for was the 7818 and 7819. I've got everything else done. And yeah, on the bottom side of the board here, I put the, remember it had the fried resistors? I put the two new ones on the bottom side and put them off of the board, so if they fry again, they won't fry the board. So, yeah. So we'll go ahead and hook this thing up. I got my CinemaTronics tube and stuff here. Ready to go. Go ahead and set this all up and get my CinemaTronics board out and everything, my setup, and we'll test this thing out. Hopefully it doesn't flame out and blow up. We'll see. Okay, this thing is completely hooked up. I got these are known good deflection transistors plugged in. Yoke is plugged in, this is plugged in, that's hooked up. Boy, we're going to see if we get smoke or not. You ready? I've already tested the board works. Hopefully the cable's good. Alright. I will kind of turn it on, and I want to watch my fuses. Let's see if this thing blows fuses. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh God. Smoke. You know what? It blew up one of them damn tantalums. But it was not killing my fuses. It just smoked a tantalum. Yeah. Yeah. Those things suck. Yeah, so we did get some serious smoke. Oh, goodness gracious. I kind of want to turn it back on. See what happens. See if that thing... I don't know. Let's do it. I want to watch these fuses. And back on. The fuses are not blowing. That's a great sign. Oh boy, there they go. They were heating up. Okay, that tantalum might have shorted, so we gotta pull it apart. Boy, that stinks. All right, be back. All right, I'm looking around on this board, and I pulled out some parts. I'm checking some transistors, and as I pull them out and check them, I just replace them. These ones were good, no problem, but I still replace them. Here's that fried capacitor, and it did not fry short. It is open, which tells me that this wasn't, but something killed this. Unless it was short and then it opened, it burnt open. It's hard to tell. But since I've got this out, I'm going through and checking transistors. And I have found a bad transistor, and it was right here. This guy. I'll show you. Let me set the camera up on the tripod, and I'll test this guy and show you what's up with it. Alright, I had to break this guy out because it has a stand. I'm going to just separate these legs a little bit. And this is a, what is this? 3904. It's a NPN. So we'll put our red lead on the base. And if we go over to the collector, boy, this thing's doesn't want to grab it very good. But if we go to the collector, that's good. And if we go to the base to emitter junction, that is not good. That is not good at all. Right there is the problem. So that is the collector to emitter junction. Which this is in like this, so that's the emitter. And oh, I can't follow this. If I had the schematic, I could actually, check it out. But yeah, this 3904 is no good, so I will replace that guy. And be back. The good news is high voltage works, because that thing snapped like everything when I removed the anode cup. I'm just going to pitch these parts and this 3904 after I replace it. So that is that one. I wonder if there's any more on here that I can check out. We got any more on here that I need to look at? Okay. I've already checked all of these and they're all good. Heck, I replaced a couple of them. That one is tested good. Yeah, I need to resolder that one, but it tested fine. So I need to replace that 3904, this one right here. Alright, let me replace that and we'll be back. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I replaced the LF13331. That's a lot of ones and a lot of threes. the analog switch chip. I replaced that, and I have deflection. You can hear it. You can hear all the chatter. And I know I have high voltage, but I don't have a pitcher. I have neck glow, but I don't have a pitcher. Deflection is working. Brightness doesn't do anything. Nothing happening. I'm gonna have to think about why I wouldn't have a pitcher. Alright, I'll be back. But hey, we're making progress. This thing is not blowing fuses anymore. And I have deflection chatter, which is pretty exciting. But alright, let me figure this out and I'll be back. Yeah, I got this thing running right now. And I have a problem with the intensity circuit. I was reading the FAQ on CinemaTronics stuff earlier. I was about to give up on this, to be honest with you, because I've had nothing but frustrations working on this CinemaTronics stuff. But I looked at the FAQ and I read through it a little bit and I was like, you know what, I'll give this another shot. So I came out and I had tried another one of these chips earlier today before I got frustrated and fed up with it. And it didn't work. So it was a bad chip that it was probably some cheap Chinese knockoff. This one's no good. This is the one that was in it. It's running right now. The only thing that's not right is there's no pitcher, there's no intensity. In reading the CinemaTronics monitor FAQ, it says the way that it works, I believe it was wire. The yellow wire is the signal wire, and it will normally have 90 volts on it. And it's going to be a little higher because they rate their line voltage a little bit lower in those old documents. So I've already probed this, and it's 100 volts on this. 100 volts, and it never comes off of 100 volts. 99.0. The way this intensity works, yeah, it's always 99 solid. The way that it works is the intensity circuit will lower that voltage, and there's there's two intensities. There's a regular intensity, and then there's a really ultra brighter intensity or whatever. And the regular intensity, that line should go down to 40 volts. And for the stuff that's really bright, it'll be 20 volts. So I should be seeing ranging between 40 to 90 to down to 20. I should see a big range of voltages when I probe that. And it is just pegged stuck up at 99 volts. So the intensity circuit is not working, is what's going on. So it's really late tonight, so I'm going to read the FAQ some more. And I'm going to have to go over this. I've already removed and tested the 7406 that is the chip in that circuit, and it tests okay. You know what I'm going to do? Yeah, it tests okay, but there's no better test than to pop a new one in there. Well, that's what I'm going to do really quick. Hopefully I don't get shocked. I probably will. Damn it. Ugh. Oh. Please don't shock me. Okay. 7406 is out. I'm going to grab a new one, put it in, just to see if that makes a difference. I doubt it, because I already did pull that out and tried it in my tester, and it tested good. So I don't think that this is going to make a difference, but I'm going to try it anyway. Gosh, am I going to be able to get in here without getting shocked? Uh-oh. I don't think that went in there too good. Well, maybe. All right, let's fire it up. I think I bent a leg because I didn't get any deflection at all. I'm going to watch the fuses. No fuse issue, but... yeah. Ah, shit, man, I hate this. Let's see, did I bend legs on this? No. I didn't bend no legs. It definitely did not work this time. Is that 7406? 7406. Oh, let's try it in my tester. No, this one says not found. Let me grab a different one. Goodness gracious. All right, this one says it's found. Bad parts. So let's pop this one in there. I kind of bend the legs a little bit. And let's pop this one in. There we go. All right, I think it's in there. Let's try it. I hear deflection. I'm not seeing anything. Not seeing a thing. Oh, there's a little something. Well, that's strange. Let me, I can see like dots, but nothing major. Nothing serious. Okay, I am seeing, well, there's 95 volts. 93, 95. Yeah, it's not really doing anything. I don't know what is going on here. I'll show you what it's looking like. If you can just see that little line in the middle? Yeah, I don't know. Weird. I'm going to read the FAQ a little more tonight. I'm done for the night. So, all right. We'll see you tomorrow. All right, I was just messing around with the chip. I put a different 06 in there, and then I put the original one back in it. And now I'm getting this. It's a straight line. So we have no X. Okay. So now we're getting somewhere. X deflection. So we'll look at the X circuit tomorrow. Have a good night.